monthly finals, winning all of those cups, and then qualifying to the challenge season of the SPS as well, it's definitely something to be scared about.
Well, there is also a poll there to be scared of as well. 98% siding with ZETA, just a 2%. Well, 2% Warriors backing the side of AOF as we go into our first set of the day. Knockout will be the game mode. Goldam Gulch will be the map. It's quite a good place to start, I feel, to be completely honest, because if you're AOF, you do need to feel things through, get an idea for what ZETA division are bringing to the table here today as the bans are in. And the Shirley ban, I actually quite rate there from AOF, the Tick as well with the Gene. For the side of ZETA, it's going to be Brock, Max, and Gray being banned out here. You said it, Trav, in the Potesto podcast just a few days ago with the esports upload, that Shirley is a brawler which people have got to take seriously, and you just want her gone, right?
Well, I mean, to be fair, it did get nerfed after we recorded that, so I'm a little bit more here for it now, but at the same time, it's still very, very good, because I kind of feel like they needed to nerf that movement speed rather than anything else they did. But I'm quite happy to see it banned out by AOF here. We've got that first pick of Sprout coming in from ZETA division. I like it. Obviously, in Knockout, you're able to kind of block them in certain places, use those gadgets to recycle them, and obviously you're going to be able to block them in that zone as well, which is another great thing.
Gas going to come in then for AOF as well. It's a solid mid to have, and the shield, as we know, can provide so much of an ability to push forwards and aggress things like a Sprout. Botany going to come in as a great assassinator when it comes to that Sprout, going to be very susceptible to it. So I do like where they are thinking with this, and of course the range is going to come in very, very handy for Goldam Gulch for sure. Some aggression needed for ZETA, some range as well. They're certainly going to be needed now to really go up against something like this, and control no doubt going to be there, but it's very, very good bans across the board, because everything then takes away 6 brawlers. Nanny going to come in. We've seen ZETA go with this idea a fair amount actually along the way, and they do play it very, very well. They're one of the few teams that really hold on to it. Otis now has a bit more of like an insurance policy for what this third and final pick coming in for AOF could be.
Yeah, it's going to be the Grom. I do like it. Bit of a thrower coming in. Obviously, they kind of needed something to be able to fight up against this Sprout. Needed a thrower to be able to combat it. But at the end of the day, I kind of like both of the comps here a lot. Gus very strong at the moment. Bonnie very strong. Nanny obviously able to fight this Bonnie at that range because she's so slow. He should be able to get quite a few hits and get a lot of those peeps coming in as well. Otis, when they jump in, when it's towards that late portion of the game, going to be able to get some mutes off, which is going to help ZETA division out a lot. But at the same time, AOF may be able to throw out some little Gus shields and help his teammates out that little bit more.
Well, let's see how AOF do fare in these early outsets. It will be a testament to how potential sets could then follow on from things. If they cause a ruckus early on, as we saw last month, they did exit in the first stage of the competition. Will they do the same again this month, or have they learned from some of those mistakes? A lot of activity already going on. There's an aggressive push coming in, pushing everyone to the left-hand side here. That spat from Garrett to try to just deflate things a little bit here, but I love the way that AOF are actually coming out very aggressive, as long as they're not going to be overly so.
Yeah, I like it as well. And we've got that totem coming down as well. We're going to give him vision of the bush, but quickly taken out by Meow, and he is quite low, needing to heal up a little bit more. We're seeing a little bit of a rotation to the right-hand side from ZETA division. Wants to try and open it up, but at the same time, they're opening up that left-hand side for them to push down, but now we turning back and getting some great shots in on that Bonnie. Going to allow him to get that super, and Stel probably going to be the prime target, but looks like maybe a little bit grass break along with the shot into Same there is going to be the choice that they do go with. Sprout wall over the right-hand side, blocking off so much, and it's actually Meow who placed it, so maybe not the best for them.
Well, plus spring here, and that's going to provide a lot of value here to Meow. Stel is low here, he will go down. Just a 2 versus 3 there, as Gero has got the mute to hand. Philip goes down into 3 versus 1. They're pretty reserved now, this utility, and yeah, nowhere to go for Same. He's got to go into the gas, and that's a good, solid start for ZETA, but I do feel like there is a chance here that this could be a closer match than many expected.
Yeah, I mean, 98% of people expect ZETA division to win. I don't think it's that one-sided, but we'll see if that's how the outcome is. You know, a couple of supers down on the ZETA side of things, and only one for Same over the right side, but obviously his is probably the most influential. Out comes the peep after he did get it, and probably got to be looking for that Grom, sorry. Charging it up just a little bit now. It's becoming a little bit hard to control, but still going to get the connection. Great stuff from him. Meow has the wall as well. Going to be able to block them out in this late game, and so far it seems like ZETA are a little bit more in a comfortable position here.
Yeah, starting to really gain their footing now. As Meow trying to bounce these shots into Stel, and just coming up a little bit short by doing so, but thought was there. The peep coming in for Naui. And Same might be forced out to jump here, but he's got a lot of tank in his HP to be able to deal with it. Coming back around, trying to get the connection, and can't. Hits the wall. Big miss for ZETA.
Obviously got this mute up top as well. Bonnie got the jump, can't go anywhere near Giro, and surely he's got to be going to protect his teammates here, but tries to get a few shots through. Sprout wall, return send, in comes the jump down onto Meow though, but he's muted out. Great stuff from Giro, finds a shot, only Meow alive, but Stell finds it in the closing seconds of that round, and AOF even things out.
This is what I like to see, and imagine if this round goes the way of Fantasi and just keeps ZETA at bay for the most part. Big taps though from Geru. Already forced back same there, and a shot short there from Naui, but nonetheless, huge taps, big start from ZETA. They've kept things at bay for now. They continue to do so. They're trying to seek out Naui into the mid and gain that shield, as it will help considerably so against the copper that they're running up against. They're doing a decent job though, keeping his distance from Meow and keeping it full HP. They do need to have something of a solid backbone when it comes to this matchup here, because ZETA take no prisoners.
Here's the peep again, and Stealth throwing out some shots. Might be the target of this, but he's missed it yet again. Maybe charging up, I don't know. He's going to find nothing except from a wall. He actually looped it back round. A little bit longer than I expected, but didn't actually get anything in the end anyway. Needs to look for another charge now, but it might be too little too late for that, and going for these shots might be the better option. Fat splatter placed onto Philip, and a hit from Naui comes in there as well. Aggressive position from Bonnie, but a good pinch from Philip. Keeps Giro low. Return sender there on Stell. Out comes the Grom bomb. Hits one, but misses the rest. Has he got the damage to deal with? Same here. The shots from Naui are missing, but now Philip's locked out. He gets the wall back, places it again, and that's going to be a ZETA game 1.
For me, ZETA are looking more shaky, and I don't know whether it's just simply the fact that we've seen them do so well at the beginning of the year that maybe there's an expectation now upon them, and it might be starting to show a little bit, because Fantasi, I'll be blunt, have had a terrible run in the SPS Split 2 Cups. They didn't even make the open final stages, so they have dropped off a little bit over the past few weeks. Nonetheless though, back and forth can't be denied. Let's see though whether we might see a game go the way of Fantasi in this first set, or whether ZETA will make it a clean one as they go head to head now.
You know, a wall coming in already from Meow, but great shots from Stell to keep him low. Return shots from Meow keep Stell low though, however, and now it does seem to be ZETA who are in control of this map, and obviously with this Sprout wall it's going to be very, very helpful. Does get it back as well using that gadget. Smart stuff from him, going for this right-hand side block off now, and that's a wonderful wall. Nobody locked below either. He's checking that bush still, doesn't know if someone's there, and actually wasted the wall pretty much in its entirety by not shooting upwards.
Closing in, Meow's got the wall as well, and he might choose to use it now. He does. It's going to force everyone forwards, and now he's got a fantastic line of sight through this mid. Big taps on the same, and Geru as well, splashing onto Philip. The gas is going to surely seal the deal here for ZETA as they move on to get the round. One more will gain the set.
Yeah, and somehow Meow survived through all of that, as well as expected him to go down pretty much instantly after some shots did connect onto him, but stayed alive nonetheless, and ZETA Division seem to be having their synergy shine through against AOF here, and just need this one round to be able to secure this first set, and they're in a great position to do just that. A lot of mistakes can be made. They can take losses in rounds. They can even take a game loss, and they're still going to be in a great position.
Keep going to come in. Is it going to connect? Though it does finally now onto Philip. Keeps him low, but the pickup and the follow-up is not there. And that's going to be the concern for ZETA, but they clearly want to just to keep the pace as low as it is. They're getting results with it, so if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it, I guess. Now he's still getting good value, because the gap can't really be closed in the same way in the top part of the map between Geru and Same, and the Jukes and the speed gear, of course, coming very much into play. Favor getting that matchup. Both sides just waiting things out now. The Sprout wall's available, and it will be used, and then maybe we'll see something follow off the back of this.
I mean, Naui as well, he's been hitting so many shots, he shouldn't be that far away from Super, and in the late game it might be useful to have. Down comes another wall as well. Stell might need to use his Super to break this here, throws it out towards the others, only hits Giro, but he gets the mute on Same, gets the trade out, the wall's there, the return to sender as well, and this has got to be a ZETA win. Surely going to be taking the first set here. Naui with the kill.
Ultimately, he had a tough matchup. He had definitely a lack of range on that side of things, so despite having the lowest, or matching that of Naui, nonetheless, great round for him. Hot Rock Mine then coming up, one of my favorite gem grab maps. It cannot be denied, and one of the more balanced of all the gem grab modes, I feel myself personally, coming up surely. Fantasi with some lessons to learn here. Let's see, will they go for double Shelly bands? Do quite like that. An early draft of Gene. It's not necessarily the first sort of idea which we see in the draft. It's going to be played out. Yeah, I mean, it has to be an 8-bit in return for it. and Cheat Cartridge able to come back away from the spawn with the gems, keeping them safe and secure. But normally we see gem carriers coming a little bit later into the draft, but clearly both sides. And, you know, as we saw on Twitter earlier this week, Bobby is correct. The Mr. P meta seems to be upon us.
I mean, I haven't seen enough of it in competitive, obviously pretty much at all, I will say. But 8-bit, great against the Gene on this map. Mr. P is going to have a lot of porters spawning in, great against Gene on this map. I'm just not sure how anybody can really back this Gene first pick. But we're going to see a Bust coming in down the lane, probably just trying to tank straight towards those that Mr. P, because obviously he doesn't have a lot of DPS if you're walking in a straight line towards him. And Buster's got a decent amount of HP.
I don't know whether I'm so sold on the Buster pick. I think Ash, they're actually going to double down with Ash. Okay, I mean, that's kind of wild, but maybe you need something of that nature up against a team like ZETA Division, something which just keeps them completely guessing and in a bit of a spot where they've got to maybe adapt on the fly. I don't know, but we shall shortly see. There's definitely still some options. I think it's going to be noticed for me, but nonetheless, we might see a spike or something. There's going to be a heavy tank counter idea, but they're not going with that. Interesting. I don't know whether that's kind of how I feel towards the situation. They want to tackle the tanky aggressiveness with more tanky aggression, but I don't know. I feel like the Otis would have been the play for me.
I wouldn't have hated a Primo either, to be honest with you. I mean, we've seen, I don't know, I think it was Semantic play it out on a map.
Semantic, like yeah.
It works so well. But Daryl, I'm not going to complain either. Pretty good against both of these tanks, I'd say, if you get the roll bang on and get some damage down. But even at the same time, if these guys play it well, they still are pretty decent against a Daryl. You know, if you get the rats down, keep on cycling those. Buster, if you just kind of stay away from Daryl, you should be fine as well. But maybe I would have preferred a Primo.
I really don't feel like this Buster pick is going to work out for me, at least on the personal level. But it is wild. Gary just trying to get this early gems. Nice little favorable spawn there. Now even easy pick on the left-hand side. Buster has just fallen off a great deal. I admire the idea of trying to experiment with it, but there's a bit more range, a bit more control. Rico is available on this map, and you know how much I love that, right? But nonetheless, it does seem like EMEA Fantasia are struggling to get their groove early on. There's now 5 gems in the pocket. Nice pull from Philip, but I would like to have seen that more into Geru at a time when he's susceptible to it.
Yeah, but we do know, Geru's not really going to be susceptible for the most part. He's pretty much going to have a lot of cheat cards. Still got 3, and they've already got 6 in the bank, so maybe a good pick up just to try and get some control. Now we're over this right-hand side, now up against this against Zash, which I'm kind of surprised about, considering Meow wasn't doing too bad, and now he was dominating that lane against Same over the left. But 7-1, it's quite the difference. In comes the roll now, knockbacks there, but the slowdown with the Tar Barrel is as well. Now get TP back and all. That is dreadful from the Gene. Throws the pull out, auto aims it towards now a great cheat cartridge from Jiro. And what did he expect?
I had my the Mr. P versus Buster matchup, and Mr. P comes up on top. So we're looking at different things and seeing similar results. It does feel like EMEA Fantasia haven't really kind of mustered this one just yet. There might be a swift turnaround, but they've let that damage station up the entire game. They're going to be able to get that out of the way. That's when Geru is susceptible to it. They can't really seem to close the gap right now. No utility for it. Now he comes in, secures everything. It's just Stell, and everyone on the side of ZETA is safe and sound.
I mean, that...
Well, let's see going into this next one. Will EMEA Fantasia be able to iron out some of these errors? Or will they concede another set here? Everyone on the left-hand side just clustering in, because obviously it will then feed into Same's ability to have super. But now he's already on it. The pinch is coming in. Now he's shooting me outnumbered here, and he is. This is a better start. Philip, though, is pushed away from the mid by Meow on the top. And now coming back in with the support for Gary to be able to get these gems. There's 3 sitting there. Dell goes for it. I mean, he's not the ideal person to even have them in the first place. And now, finally, the pickup is there. 6 gems in the pocket for ZETA as quickly as that.
Yeah, I mean, Insane down this left-hand side. Got the kill, but did only survive on 6 HP, so can't engage Jiro just yet. Another roll coming out, and now he's there as well. Tar Barrel not going to be connecting this time either. But we need to see a better Gene pull this time. Meow's not in a good spot here, but gets the spawners down. And Same going to waste that super as well, and that should be a pickup for Jiro right there. Gene pull's available, actually going to go for the TP. Maybe Stealth should have stayed in a more aggressive position and got that pickup there, but now he actually comes out on top.
Yes, those Gene pulls, but the damage booster is there, and they've got a tankier comp to be able to push forward, to be able to eradicate it, and they're just simply not. 1 gem is split there with Naui, so if he goes down here, it could be a problem, but he won't do that. Rolls out of these and gets the pickups along the way. Beautiful stuff from ZETA, and this is going to be surely their set, their way It's done. Philip's got to be able to push forward here, and he can't. He's got no HP for it. ZETA got a better track record than teams like SK. I mean, that is something to be said. But nonetheless, maybe this is a year where they're just kind of getting their foot in the water when it comes to monthly finals, because it does take time to be able to handle that kind of scrutiny. It's a very tough first matchup for them, no doubt about it. You know, ZETA Division have won 2 monthly finals of February and March, and they are still looking like they are a very dangerous squad. Shelly banned there for good reason on the side of ZETA Division as the first drop coming from Nita from Fantasy. Willow ban, which is quite a rare thing to see, but I feel like this is a map where she does thrive, and we've seen many of the regions adopting towards using her here. So Dynamite and Barley to follow up on that side of things. It's a triple thrower ban for them. I do quite like it. Max banned, Barley banned, and the Shelly for ZETA has now a chance to come in here. B is wide open. I mean, it's definitely going to struggle against Bruce, but Ems is their flavor of choice. I really like the way that Ems has started to flittle back into this meta in such a lovely little way, and it can suppress so much on this map and use the walls to great advantage. But some range wouldn't go amiss here. Penny is still available here as well for ZETA if they want to have more control, or something more aggressive like a Stu or like a side lane for them would be a bad thing. Ruffs can be quite with it. Pan was not the pick that I was thinking. I don't necessarily mind it. You can get some great value in the mid with Pan.
Yeah, it's going to shred through those bears as well. That's the thing. I don't mind it. If Ems, you know, if she's going to be coming in close proximity with Anita Bear, she's going to be losing that fight end off. That's just how it is. But she needs to keep them in range, keep that super out of Anita's hands if she's going to be on that lane. Bear in mind, they've still obviously got this last pick, which could be another lane, something like a Carl that hasn't gone drafted or banned so far. It's going to be very good on this map. The ability to, you know, peek around those corners. But we're going to see the Crow come out. Crow into a Pam is not something that I'd have expected to see today, but still, it's decent on the map.
I think for the first time today, Trev, you're being very reserved. Crow into Pam doesn't work. it's like the opposite thing that you want to have realistically. Crow any other time absolutely can work. You know, it's absolutely the thing that you would want to have on this particular map, but it's going to struggle for sure. Ash, I kind of much prefer, but you're still picking it into, you know, an Ems, which can really cause a problem against it. Carl is a great pick here for ZETA. I really like the way that they are thinking with that. The flying hook coming in, very aggressive in nature. And I think Emma Fantasi could be in trouble here.
I think so as well. You know, protective pirouette's going to be good against this Ash. If you can get on top of the Nita, it's going to be good. If you can get on top of the Crow, it's going to be very good. Pam versus Crow in the mid should be Pam's way. And Ems versus Ash, if they can get that matchup as well, it's going to be more of the same. I think ZETA Division are going to wrap this one up right here.
It's the comp to do it, but can we see something mustering here for Emma Fantasi that we can have a little bit more hope for the 2% that voted over at event.brawlstars.com for them to take this one? I'm sure now they would like that twist of fortune. Good touch from Philip, damage gear coming into play as well. Trying to juke around this flying pickaxe and doing pretty well at doing so, but the mother's hug there, star power for Naui, will cause damage to Philip, and he's forced back. It's now 3 versus 1, and it could really quite easily be a goal here. Garrett tries to find the needle there, but couldn't quite manage it, so a bit of a save. I think ZETA probably could have scored it from that position, to be completely honest.
Yeah, maybe if he found one of his teammates instead of trying to find that opening, could have gone there. Yeah. Super build from Naui as well. Not going to have the hype heals coming through. Nita Bear going to be placed, and I think that's a bit of a waste. It's not really going to bring that much fortune back to them in terms of control. Just going to get this round side a little bit, gets the turret down, so I suppose it wasn't too bad. But ZETA still, I'd say, in a little bit of control. Seems a little bit even out, but that's a slow from Saman. Not really going to do too much other than get him and his teammate killed.
Bit clear up though from Garo. Phillips hanging on, but low HP will seal him off. Gary now just trying to think about going to the right, maybe. Healing station in a fantastic spot there for now, it's got to be said, as now ZETA can just heal themselves up, stay in position, most importantly. Gary though, he takes the pirouette, will stay in the mix, but the swift takedown of Meow. Oh, the super pass bridge the same as well. Oh my word! What footwork from Emma Fantasi!
It's the turnaround's beautiful from AOF there. Lovely stuff from them. Great pick out of the pass. Great plays. And Jiro was even there to cover it as well, but he couldn't get in the goal mouth in time. ZETA Division now need to make something happen, but they're just feeding Philip all day long here. Surely going to be close to another Bruce Bear soon. And getting the shots off. Here's the spin as well from Jiro. Only got one gadget left though, I believe, and could be a bit of an issue. Going for it now though. There's the slow one to Stell as well. Just the Crow remains, and it's a 3v1. They've got to make this play happen, because this might be their only chance.
Pinching, they're doing it nicely as well. Another healing station goes down for ZETA, but we saw, to be fair, Fantasy take care of it well last time. Will they do the same this time? Big jumping from Same will secure that takedown of the healing station as well. It's now a 3 versus 1. Stell is still in position. What was that? Why did they put the ball there? Some miscommunication, a terrible moment for ZETA. And 10 seconds now, it's all that remains between them and a goal. Will they be able to force this one through? Another fumble! But they should have enough time here to be able to secure it, but that did not look clean, Trav.
Well, I was a little bit worried there, I will say. They did not look
Me too!
whatsoever. Unbreakable walls will remain, though, and they need to be cautious. Bruce Bear's there. Not going to play, so he's getting backed up so heavily, but 2 supers available from either side at the moment. Super from Meow just pushing Ash back here, claiming some control of these walls, but a jump coming in from Same should get rid of him. Bear pushed back Giro so far, but Philip surely got to go down. Super from Now, he plays calmly over the left-hand side. They're going to play it slow as they're not in control at the moment. Oh! Oh!
Experience better take down as well. Same should be able to slow this. Has he got a gadget? Can't quite see. No! This could be disastrous. Jump away. I like the thought. Meow pushed it to left for safety, but actually that entire moment has been deflated, and now Bruce Bear coming out for Philip, and a big moment in time. Stell was super as well. Can he get the pass off? He finds Same up. What a clutch healing station. Gets the takedown so back and forth. There is still time for ZETA. It passed through to Geru. Can he find the gap? The stun, the save, and Fantasia safe.
The game, but still, this is so sketchy from both teams.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's not necessarily like, you know, one side is making mistakes. There's definitely errors on both, but I feel like Fantasy might be able to claw a set here. The way that they are playing is a little bit more sure of themselves. Decision making is better than we saw in Gem Grab. That's to be said for sure. Ball pass through to Naui. Stell goes on the aggressive, can't quite find the shots into Geru now, starting to connect though. Potential pass moment, but Geru intercepts. Very nice step from ZETA, and the pass, wasn't quite there, but now he might have been away with that if it were.
Yeah, Philip's still in a good position. Bear does go down, jump from the spawn from Same there. Now he turns and tries to get the scrap sucker on, but that should be his demise, and it is. Jiro looking for the trade, can't quite find it. Meow's got his super, so should be able to defend this one quite nicely, but Robotic Rat's coming down and instantly being eradicated with only 1 ammo bar is not the best from Stell.
Big takedown there on the left-hand side from Meow. Continuing forward, cycling beautifully as Gary comes over the flying hook. Not done yet. Protective pirouette should secure it. Same jumps up, finds the pickaxe on the way down. Ooh. Oh my word! And somehow, some way, he even secures it. 2 versus 2 now. But I feel like Fantasy should be able to slow the pace enough to get this ball out of harm's way.
Yeah, Meow needs another super in a position like this. That could be dangerous for AOF, but doesn't get it so far. And Giro on the back foot quite heavily. Flying hook there, and he's got to be close to super. You know he is when he's making that kind of play. Not going to use that chill pill to get the heals back, and a Pam super does come down to assist Giro in the back spawn. He might have been hit by that crow shot, but he's just going to out heal it with that Pam super. Bear's going to do nothing other than give Philip a little bit of control, but Giro already another super in hand. No gadgets, bear in mind, but a pass up and a little play might be the way to go here.
Big aggressive plays from Gary. He's still all over this game, but the thing for me that's kind of a bit worrying is the fact that ZETA have comp. They have comp here, but they don't look as if they do. Now he's in a world of hurt, goes down. Potential goal scoring opportunity here. Fantasia playing it a bit safe, a bit too safe actually for me, but nonetheless, baiting out that super from Meow is a great way to go here. They have got time, 25 seconds, and potential overtime here. Now ZETA's starting to recollect, getting some hills along the way, and actually Gary, if he gets this, he's got no flying hooks, so actually wouldn't be able to score from that potential moment here, but I think Fantasia let that slip.
Yeah, he's got his super now as well, and this could be dangerous. There it is on Philip. He gets the bear off, doesn't get the stun off either, though. Shots through are going to go straight through that, and he's got another super in hand. He cycled it as well. If Pam can get this ball to him, but it looks like Crow might be trying to make the play. Can he get the ball? He grabs it, but the left-hand side's open. He makes the play.
And this is what I wanted for Fantasia. I'll be honest, I'm biased towards it, because ZETA should be stomping this. Like, the Crow pick against what Same is up against here, it's a really tough one to go up against, but they are managing to make those opportunities count. That's what's being remembered. ZETA have got to respond now, or they might find themselves, you know, having that set be closed a little bit closer.
Yeah, there's the super coming from Giro, but Stell's outpacing him. He's got that slowdown on him from Same, and the super wasn't even enough to catch up with the raged up Ash. Blasting it to the left-hand side now using the super, but Philip's open, maybe able to find this opening. Bruce Bear thrown down. He's got the stun on it as well, but the stun misses. Can he grab the ball? He can't. And Fantasia ahead again.
Oh, Philip is trying to use the pin there to maybe assert some authority, but Meow will turn that idea down. Still coming in with some shots, but thinks better of it now. Healing station goes down for Naui. This is better from ZETA. They've got to respond, of course. There's 1 minute 30 on the clock to be able to do so. Big taps from Naui. The same, but healing up now. Protected pirouette value again from Naui. And from Garen, and the Rats got instantly taken care of. They can surely try to walk this, but they're not doing it. They're so afraid of that Bruce Bear and the stun, and they're bringing the ball back. Same comes in. Great amount of aggression. And as quickly as that, ZETA are back in the sport.
Yeah, still got a minute to go, though. They need to hold on the side of AOF here, but great aggression from Philip. Even cleans up Meow as well. Jiro over the left-hand side, hit by a crow shot. There's an opening here, and they might be taking it. The shot's through the slow. Can he get the ball in? The shot to the left, and he finds it.
Says to me that they were not necessarily focused on securing the takedowns and that kind of thing. They were just simply playing the objective, and that's where it matters. That's where it counts. That's what gets you wins in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not playing the objective, you're not going to be winning games, and playing the objective is exactly what AOF did in that one. Might have had so many kills against them, and one player had pretty much the kills of the entire team of AOF. But if you're not playing the objective, it's going to go that way, and it's more of the same here in Heist. If you're getting kills, you're getting damage on the opponents. It doesn't matter in the slightest amount in comparison to getting that Heist damage.
Well, here is where, for me, ZETA should tie this up. They've got to take some learnings from that last set and know that they cannot afford to let this go to a 5th and final set. They've got to look back to their previous monthly finals where they lost to SK at this very moment in time in this quarterfinal stages. And remember that this cannot be the reflection of our team having had those consecutive monthly final wins in February and March. Meg coming in for Fantasy. I like that. Colette, I like that. Eva's great here, but I don't know whether it's first pick worthy. ZETA, however, do tend to sort of gravitate towards it, make it work more often than not. Mex has obviously had some nerfs as well, bringing her into a much more balanced place, but I still think this is a place where she can absolutely thrive. Lola coming in for ZETA. What are your thoughts so far and how the draft is shaping up to be, Trav?
I kind of like ZETA Division's comp so far. You know, obviously Eve's going to be able to float over some of this water. We've got the Ego coming in from Lola, going to be great against both the Meg and the Colette. And then Belle's coming in as well, going to outrange everybody on the MO Fantasy side even more. What they've got so far is very, very good, especially with Brock off the menu, and Bonnie as well. Crow, we don't want to be seeing any Crow, obviously, from AOF, so I'm surprised to see they banned it, but obviously with ZETA with the first pick, it's kind of smart. We'll see what they're going to bring in now, and they're going to go with the Carl. I think that's a good pick, good response to what ZETA Division brought in.
I do quite like the combo on both sides. Of course, having the Belle and the Lola combined for ZETA was smart because ultimately Belle's a great counter to Lola. You can just get so much value ricocheting your shots between the Lola and the Ego. I feel like I actually prefer the Ama Fantasy comp here, but it comes down to how it's played. That's where we've seen a bit of issues in the previous sets of Ama Fantasy before that Brawl Ball set. And the draft was not quite right in Gem Grab, but this I feel is a much better grasp on things. So I think they've actually given themselves the best chance so far as gaining another set, taking this 5th and final. But ZETA cannot afford that. Let's see, flying hook in very early from Same, goes straight into a Bell shot. Consecutive ones from Geru, and we know how dangerous Geru is on this Bell pick. We've seen it before, will we see it again? And so far, he's proving that to be the case.
Yeah, tell me about it. He's absolutely tapped. I think he's at maybe, you know, 75% of his shots so far. A little mine going down there as well. Jump out from now. He does get that little pet deal with quite quick by Same, but still pushing this left-hand side so well, and Meow not able to deal with it so far. Philip looking for a super, and should be some guaranteed damage on the safe with the Colette on this side.
Good positioning power here for Ama Fantasy. Big shots though, tapping into Stell. A bit of a chance to alleviate the situation here from Same, but he will go down to Naui. But if they can just hold this mid still, it'll go a long way for Ama Fantasy to be able to have a 3-man push coming in, as now the quadruplets coming in, as that new gear for Eve has pulled her a little bit further forwards into the meta. Same as in a tough spot here, can't really do much. She's surviving on, but he actually continues to do so. He will with that pickup from Stell. This is great. Ama Fantasia just buying themselves some time and keeping ZETA at bay.
Yeah, good trade from Naui though. Only 14% damage was dealt on their aggressive push as well, so it's not that much. One push from ZETA, a few shots from Bell at range is going to be able to do it, and he's hitting him in the bush. Lovely stuff from Naui and Jiro to pick him out there. Great aggression coming through now as well. The swipe's missed by Stell, and still a healthy Meow on his face. Super comes in from Colette though, and he does pick that up quite quickly, deal with that aggression. And they just seem to be keeping in control so well.
It's only a 14% lead, but the trades are there. And Fantasia are very fixated on ensuring that if someone goes down, we've got to get that trade. We've got to make it even, therefore that ZETA cannot push back against it. I love it. 72% damage, but not a single shred of damage from ZETA. They are banking on this final big push to be able to turn the tides, and that could be a risky one. Philip going in with more damage here, closing towards 50%. Stell is on the save. ZETA have got to start to do something about this situation. 30 seconds remain. Now he's too low to really help too much. It's now or never. 20 seconds, Trav.
I mean, it literally is now or never, and it seems like they're going to go with never because they're not even trying to get damage now when they've got a couple of the members down. It's got to be a Meow defense. Don't go back. Stay up. You need to just trust your teammate that he's going to get it because you're getting no damage yourselves, and that's going to be the game wrapped up. They can't do anything about it. They've accepted defeat, and I know Fantasia bringing it closer and closer to this reverse sweep.
Over there, those 2% might be getting a little bit of a payday there. It is the first tier on the pass. Same coming with another big flying hook. Gary's not getting as fortunate with these taps anymore, as it could be a little bit of an insight to the mental here for ZETA. They are struggling a little bit now, getting the pickup. Now pushing forwards, getting still out of the mech is a very good start. Actually, look at that. I thought they were in trouble, but actually they're making me eat my words.
Yeah, good aggression from Sane. Did go back, and now he needs to try and defend this, but now they're just leaving Jiro alone. Eventually, Meow's going to get that with a little help from Nawi just pushing him down to that bottom side. Philip needs to take a shot at this thing here and does get the parasite off the map. Doesn't get hit by any of those follow-up shots from Nawi, though, and does stay alive. 8% dealt by Ammo Fantisi, but this time, this is the best we've seen ZETA, best position we've seen ZETA in.
Trying to gain much more mid-control, because that is where the battle is won and lost a lot of the time here over in Kaboom Canyon. As we saw, Fantasy really spent the majority of that first game here. The same comes in, he is marked up, so he can't go overly aggressive. What a tap there from Nawi! Not an easy one to hit at all, but it deflated so much potential problems over the spawn side, and that tap from Gero finding the connection onto Philip. Same as going in alone here. I don't think that is the play. 2 taps, a mark, and now the Pet's coming in as well. Emma Fantasia have got to go back to their winning ways. They're starting to struggle, and losing that mid-control is really where they've got to start to gain a bit more composure.
Yeah, Jiro can't find the hit when it matters, and Philip does get him. It should have been an easy kill for the Bell, but couldn't find the connections. This time now he's going to have to cover for him whilst he tries and gets back up. They are ahead by 2%, but now he's going to go down over, Meow's going to go down over the left-hand side. Now he's getting pushed back by this mech. Now, Survivor's on 200, but the mech's just going to be able to heal up, and eventually Jiro's getting some work done, but Stell aggressing, should be taken down, and this is a position that should be a ZETA Division will. We'll see if they can hold on for these 35 seconds.
It should be, but the fact that you've even said that now, I feel it's jinxed it. Because I don't know. The way that they're playing at the moment, I like to hope so, but they've been very uncommitted with a lot of their ideas. They're closing in now, but you know, are they getting the objective? Are they getting takedowns? And Fantasia are surviving on. No flying hook the same. That could be an error of judgment. Take the pirouette, trying to come in, trying to bait these shots there from Nawi, and he will go down. This is surely going to be a ZETA win here. Surely with that takedown as well. Yeah, they're going to get the damage that they need and move on to match point, but it just does not look comfortable.
Managing to control that mid just that little bit more, and as you say, it's all about these trades. If they can get the trades, they keep the mid.
Yeah, it's not quite connecting there. Meow though, getting pretty close, getting that ego toolbox to try to defend things, but it's now he gets the first sign of blood in the mid. Big taps from Philip, he goes down instantaneously. Still coming with some nice taps into Nawi though, and trying to gain that, or regain that mech. And Fantasy have definitely been slowing down the pace a little bit, as ZETA really valuing that mid much more so. Now, that range of Nawi able to get the first sign of damage onto the safe, and same is 1 tap away as well. This is much better, and ZETA get a lot more damage to add to the mix now.
Yeah, it's looking a lot better for ZETA as well. Jiro choosing not to heal up and just choosing to go for some shots. Going to place that nest egg as well, so if the flying hook comes through that portion, he's going to be slowed and they should be able to deal with him. But Stell's the one aggressing it and actually gets marked up as well. Not really going to be useful after he comes out the mech, but once he's out the mech, he's not that much of an issue anyway.
It goes down for Nawi. How about a lot? Stell avoided that as well. It's creeping forwards. Finds the ego too much on Nawi for me, or rather onto Meow, but I think that might have been better served elsewhere, because the ego's just going to tank a lot of those shots. The same goes in now, gets the pickup, and now surely able to survive a little bit. Damage gear rolling in still, but the pinch has got to be there for ZETA. There's a good opening chance. As quickly as that, it could be gone. Stell just trying to buy his time. He's got to just do what he can, try to secure something here as his teammates come back in. It's not a bad attempt either. He survives on, he's marked up, but now Fantasy are all together again.
I was going to say, it should all be down to the Colette supers, but he chooses to go in and actually dies whilst doing it. They need those on safe to get the damage, but Stell's still here. Same going to use that super forward, but Giro shot and a super gets him down. Stell almost out of mech as well. 35 seconds on the clock. They are still 20% down. It's not that much to come back from, but with ZETA slowly working their way back up the map, they don't have any control anymore.
Bella's weak. He'll survive on a bit, has the shield to hand, but would much prefer to be in mech. He's not too far away, I don't think. And meanwhile, on the right-hand side, clustering is going to be a bad news thing for Same as yet. That ricochet shot will not hold back at all. It looks to me like it's going to be ZETA, which will bring it back, but it wasn't the most comfortable of victories. Fantasy came a little bit short in this set, and it shows. Big damage now. Will secure it. ZETA division are safe, at least for now, as they make their way through to the semi-finals.
I mean, you've got to give it to Fantasy, to be fair, there as well. If anything, they looked better in those last two sets, in my opinion. Brawl, they played so well, even with what we, classed as a bit of a worse comp in comparison to the ZETA comp. The second one, this last one, they looked very good in that as well, but couldn't quite bring home the wins. Didn't get the damage